Welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd take the time, my little walk through BK, to share one of the universal truths I've learned. I'm here to help you, get you an easier life, get you easier time at this thing called life. And this universal truth is critical. It's super important. The most important thing you've ever heard. So of course, I'm a gatekeeper. I'm not gonna tell you straight away what you gotta do to learn this truth. Real simple. Comment, subscribe, then I'm gonna share with you. I'm gonna make you guys earn it, but I'm gonna wait, you gotta wait 3 seconds. All right. So to tell you that truth, I gotta tell you a story first. Years ago, I'm flying somewhere to Europe. Really can't remember. That's not critical to the story, just listen up. Flying to Europe. And this is in that era where I'm reading a lot of literature. I read a lot, but this time it was specifically about Black culture, about what's happening, what has happened to us as a nation, as a community. So I'm reading books by Ta-Nehisi Coates, phenomenal author. But specifically, I just finished reading the new Jim Crow. And I'm having these conversations with a flight attendant, guy who had dreads too. And trying to figure out what can we do to uplift the Black community from a rooter to the tutor, from the lowest to the highest. I want to figure out what can we do to elevate our position from where we currently are, how our image is used, how we are nothing but our stereotypes. So he said this to me, and this is the truth, so pay attention. And let's keep it more allegorical. He said, like the Jews leaving Egypt, we're not all gonna make it, right? Now, doesn't matter what religion you are. We're just using it allegorically, using that story. When he said that, I didn't move for a good 45 seconds. I didn't understand it even for longer because it went deeper than just, hey, let me try to understand and solve this particular issue. No, it was a universal truth that not all of us are going to make it. And it seems horrible, and the first video I did was kind of like depressing. And I'm like, well, let me put this out, but I want to leave you guys with positive messages, right? Actionable intel, things that you can use to improve your life, improve your standing with your family, with society and such. We should be doing that. So why was it a universal truth? Because it applies, it's not just about the Black community or your community in particular. It's really about our truism. You can do, let's keep it relational between men and women, men and men, whoever you like, whoever you're into. You can do everything. You can do everything correct. You can be the good boyfriend, girlfriend, the good spouse. And you can still walk away from it not winning, right? Not in a successful relationship. You can do everything you're supposed to do and it not work out because there's only so much control you can exert. There's only so many things you can do when it comes to another person. So say you're the good girlfriend, right? You're caring, you're loving, you're attentive, you're all the things. But that person is going through something else, something critical in their life, something heavy. It's up to them. There's only so much you can do, only so much of that olive branch you can extend before you realize, hey, this person's not in a good space. You could both be in good spaces and life happens, life lives. In that process, one of you falls out of that space. And again, you can do the right things. You can say the right things, you can be the right person, and it may not work out, right? That could spell doom for your relationship. And we've all been there. We've been with people who on paper look great. We look great on paper, but over time, things begin to change. Hate that person, or you let that anger sort of control you. You want to live with it. You want to accept it. Then you want to see what you can learn from it before letting all that go. You don't want to, and I know it's very easy to fall into that space where you feel like your time was completely wasted, that the memories that you shared and created with this person is all for nothing. And that's a very, very easy trap to fall in, that regret. If I didn't spend my time with you, maybe I would be farther along in life. Maybe I would have found my someone. I thought you were my someone. But here, I wasted months, years. We should still try to look at the positive. Still think about the smiles we shared, the good memories, the good times. I think that is the takeaway in the midst of your time with that person. You didn't hate them. You didn't hate what you guys shared. There was just this connection. Let's try and stick with that. Not in the sense of, we're going to use this to try and get back together. No, this is just part of being an adult. So the truism that we're all not going to make it leads to the overall thing. That, and this is what I learned as I became an adult, it doesn't always work out. This is the umbrella truism. I bet you guys are two today. You can thank me in the comments. You can do everything right. You can do everything right on your job. You can do everything right in a relationship, and you're not guaranteed a win. You're not guaranteed the pie in the sky. You're not guaranteed the Prince Charming, the princess. No, none of that is guaranteed. You're granted life, and you're probably just guaranteed death, taxes if you live in the United States, if you don't engage in white-collar crime. And if you do engage in white-collar crime, put some tips down in the description, in the comment section. I'd appreciate that. No, in truth, you can do everything you're supposed to do. You could be the right type of person, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really guarantee that the right outcome will come. It's just really part of the parcel of living. Do the right things for the sake of doing the right thing. Be a better person because you will live a more fulfilled life without that hate and anger from whatever situation you've been in. Leave the past in the past. You take the lessons you can, you carry that forward. And sometimes that takes time. Before you're ready to jump in that next relationship, you gotta come in healed. Before that next situation, you gotta go in healed. You can have 3 terrible experiences, but if that 4th person has to pay the consequence, pay the price for everyone else that came before you because you hadn't healed, because you thought life was supposed to work out, then you're just going to be the one that causes destruction on that person. Now you're part of this collective problem. So again, it's not great. We were all collectively lied to, thinking that somehow the good guys always win. And I think if anyone could just pay attention historically, pay attention to what's happening today, you can see, no, that's not really the case. The guarantee, there's no larger arbiter of fairness in our lives today. You do what you're supposed to do. You build your own community where you can sort of control the outcome of that fairness. You can say, okay, I can put my hand on the scales. You try to do it with a smile, right? You try to keep positive about it. Because again, this is the only life we got. So I hope you can take this message and think positively, even in the dire situations, right? I'd love to keep rambling, but it is currently 95 degrees in New York. And I gotta get back, get cleaned up, catch a flight. So again, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.